Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and it's Friday again, so I'm making another video. And this week I'm talking about how do I pay attention. A lot of students ask me that, or they just say, I can't pay attention. I just can't pay attention. You can pay attention, but it takes some effort, it takes some work. Not everyone is wired to pay attention automatically. Some people seem to have an easier time of it than others. But even if your attention tends to wander, hello, I'm over here, pay attention, you can force yourself back to paying attention. I'm going to give you a few suggestions and tips that might help you, but in order for them to work, you have to work them. So just like anything else, if you practice, you will get better. But the first step is to stop telling yourself that you can't pay attention. Everyone, unless you have some very serious brain damage or some serious disease, can learn to pay attention. Now, will you always be a little inattentive? That's probably true for some of us, myself included. I am interested in so many things, and that means that sometimes I tend to try to take everything in instead of just what I'm supposed to be focusing on. But stop telling yourself that you can't pay attention. You can learn to pay attention. You can learn to focus better. The second point is make a commitment to change. Don't just say it and then reject it or ignore it. Write it down. Post it on your computer, on your wall, in your notebook. Maybe put it in several places. But keep the idea in front of you that you're going to make change. You're going to learn how to pay attention. I can pay attention. Just put that down somewhere or many wheres. That's not good English, by the way. And remind yourself that you're working on improving your attention span. You can create a list of places where you need to improve. Don't put down something that you already know. If you play video games for 6 hours a day, trust me, some people do, you obviously have no problem paying attention to the video game. That's not where you need the work. Make a list of places that you have difficulty paying attention. Could be chemistry class or English class or math class. It could be outside of school. Could even be in a workplace. But you could be an adult in a workplace that you need to pay more attention. But make a list. If it's a long list, you might want to pick 1 or 2 places to get started. You may not want to do it all at once. You can also use little physical tricks to bring yourself back to attention. So put an elastic band on your wrist, and every time you notice yourself wandering away, give it a little snap just to bring you back to paying attention to what the task is at hand. I'm stumbling over my words here a little bit, but I am paying attention. But that will help you, or you could put a little check mark, a little tick, on the margin if you're in a classroom and you're working and you don't want to sort of snap the elastic band. You can put a little check mark just to remind you every time you start to wander. And then, look at your check marks. See that they're reducing day by day. But be honest. Don't just say, oh, they've gone really far down, but that's only because you didn't bother to notice and you didn't bother to put the check mark down. So you can use little reminders to just sort of force yourself back to attention. Okay, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be listening to the teacher, or I'm supposed to be reading this text. And obviously, turn off the music. Get rid of the fidget spinner. It's not going to help you. You need to focus on task, not on something else that in theory will help you focus on task. Ask yourself questions. It's good to ask questions before you go into the lecture. And if you're reading a text, ask questions. Remember the SQ3R. If not, look at that video or read that blog on how to use the SQ3R reading method. Because by asking questions, you're going to engage yourself with the material. You're going to be listening more carefully to the lecture because you're looking for answers. You're going to pay more attention to the text in the textbook or online if you're reading a text online because you're looking for answers. You are part of the process. A lot of the time students are here and the teacher's over there, and they're completely separate. You need to become part of it because you want the best education you can get, or at least I think you do. You probably do. You want that knowledge. That's for you. That's not for your teacher. That's not for somebody else. That's for you. So go out and get it. Get interested. How can I just get interested? I can't force myself, can I? Yes, you can. You really can. Fake it until you make it. It's an old expression. And it can really work. A lot of the time, students reject a class or a teacher or a subject automatically. They haven't even really given it a fair try. So at first, you may have to fake it. In other words, you just force yourself, tell yourself, I'm going to listen, I'm going to read this, and I'm going to enjoy it. Even in the back of your mind, you're thinking, this is going to be boring, I'm not going to like it. Try to get rid of those negative messages and start telling yourself, I can enjoy this and I can get something out of it. And I have seen students, either by accident or by effort, learn to love a subject that they hated before. They used to say such negative things about this subject. It can be any subject. I've seen several. And all of a sudden they love it because they found a way in, either deliberately, as I say, or accidentally. So that proves that you can take action. You can be proactive and help yourself enjoy the course more, and that will help you pay attention, because the more you enjoy something, the easier it is to pay attention. Also, practice tuning out any extraneous noises or activities that are going on around you. It takes quite a lot of practice for some people, myself included, but you can do this even when you're not in class. You may even want to start at home. Focus on one person's conversation. If you're talking to someone, only focus on that person, or only focus on the book that you're reading, and tune out everything else around you. And with practice, and you have to sort of consciously do this, when you notice yourself wavering or wandering, pull yourself back again. Use that little elastic trick again, or some other method to bring you back over and over. And you just keep doing it. You might even annoy yourself, but that's fine, because eventually you'll get tired of that and you'll start focusing. You'll start learning how to pay attention. When you first learned to talk, when you first learned to walk, you didn't do it automatically. You didn't do it well in the beginning. You probably fell down a few times. Your words were out of order when you first started to make sentences. If you had said at the time, or thought at the time, since you weren't speaking very well, oh, I just can't do this, so I just won't do this. Well, you never will then. If you practice, if you try, if you learn new methods, you can improve, and you can improve your attention as well. Check out the blog. I'm going to leave a link below, and check out the website. A tutor, educational coach can really help you with study skills and strategies. They're not just there for math facts and science facts and English grammar. They're there to help you as a whole to become a better learner. So get in touch with me if you'd like to use me as your tutor, but look around and find an educational coach that might be able to help you. Do an interview. I offer free information meetings, and see if it's a good fit for you, and that can really help also. But you can take a lot of steps on your own, so follow through. Don't give up. Keep on trying. If you fall off a few times, just keep trying, reset, and try again. It takes practice, and you can get there. I have faith in you. It's Ron from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, check out the Facebook page, etc., etc. And we'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye for now.